All right. Hello, guys. So, our project is on Automine, a car showroom, and I'm Samir, and my project partners are Bilal Hoda, Furqan Karim, and Zoha Salani. And so, let's start with our website. So, this is what actually the customer sees, right? He comes over here, he he, he checks the homepage. So this is the homepage. This is the contact info. The the map contains the exact location of the showroom. So this is all real. This is all real. Um, I've even talked to the showroom so that I could implement it in their um, so that they could use it. So I could deploy it for them. Hopefully, that's another case. So let's move on to the next page. That is the cars page. And if we move over here, so we can see all the latest cars. So this is the place where um, the customer sees all those cars that haven't been sold by the showroom yet. It's all these unsold cars. So it contains a make, model, year, and CC. We tried to add the price, but the client didn't want us to add the price, so we just left it. All the other details were not really, didn't really matter for the customer, so we just left those out as well. We just add these four things. Some cool animations over here, and let's move on to the main part of our program, that is the admin portal. So I'm already logged in as Khan. I'll just take you to the sign in page first. Okay, so we're here, all the users, even the financial manager, even the admin, even the manager. So I'll first go through what the admin and the manager and the finance manager and the user would do. So in the admin, I would control everything except the report part, because the admin is basically the administrative manager, so he shouldn't have the um, power to edit or add reports, because if he has reports right, he could just edit it and he could give it to the finance manager and gone. So finance manager would have a hard time to manage that. Okay, so let's moving on to manager requirements. So I will be able to log in and buy new used cars and all that. So everything except registering the user and making the report. User, as I've just talked about, so there's this one purple thing. So this is actually filtering and viewing cars based on brands. The customer, the client actually wanted this, but he said that I'll try to talk it with an board, because the board didn't actually want the filtering part to be done, because there weren't actually too many brands on this, and we also managed to tell them that we'll keep that as a voluntary thing. If we find this time, we could implement it, and if you wanted to use it, you could, but we could just leave it as it is. And we just wanted to show this, that it's an voluntary task. So another part of our project, voluntary things. So let's moving on to finance managers, everything including reports except registering the user. Reviews complete, and so this was all the review part, roadmaps, sprint 3, just checking the videos and letting our instructor know where it is. So the stand-up summary, all the stand-ups that were done. So I'm actually the um, what do you call it, the, or I'll just move on. So these are the sprints. The first sprint has SRS document, database design, activity diagram, home screen, all this. So we actually used pair programming technique So as you can see, me and Bilal Hoda did home screen mockup together, login screen mockup together, and sell screen mockup together. Also the buy screen mockup. So all the mockups were done by me and Bilal Hoda. And in sprint 2 we had features to buy and sell and admin login and role base. So admin login in role base has three roles: finance manager, admin, and manager. And in sprint 3, reports generation, create about page, create cars page. And if you want to see the previous two videos, so the purpose of making this video is to just show the over overall things that we have done in this project. So everything is complete. Every single thing is complete except this voluntary thing that the client is unsure about, and we are as well unsure about to implement it because we are waiting on client approval. So most probably this won't be added to our system. So I'll just move on to the part where we go to the all right. So I'm going to access it as my own credentials. So I'm the admin. So I'm going to access it first. Okay. So in the main page, on the home page, we have cars. It shows the graph. We have all those makes. We have all those makes that um, have the most number of cars sold. So Kia, Honda, BMW, Audi, these are all the makes of the showroom in the showroom that have the cars sold. So as you can see, the most amount of data is, I think, in Honda. I think it's all similar because we added sample data, so it doesn't really matter. So this data shows the overall cars sold by the uh, showroom. So let's move on to about page. About page has the details about the showroom. The contact page has the contact info, and then we'll move on to the registering part. Okay, so the thing is that we already have manager and finance manager, so we'll not really add another to make it complicated even more. So you can add or register a new user in the system. As you can see, you have admin, finance manager, and manager. So I'll just go back and I'll go to the next part. So um, I'll go to the insurance part of the thing over here. It's taking a lot of time. Okay, so as you can see, these are all the sample data of the hundreds of insurance companies in our database. So it also has the packages. So let's say that the insurance company gives us a package of 10,000 rupees per month. So I mean that's just a sample data. It's not real. We can even edit it. I could even check the details and the delete thing. Could even delete it, but I don't want to delete it because um, if I delete it, I mean the other cars has dependency on this. So I just don't want to delete that function yet, and we will also try to put in an error message that says a warning message that don't delete this. So there are dependencies in insurance tracker and customer. If you delete this, anything that's in the car and has dependency on this record, so it will be a big issue. So let's move to the tracker part. It's the same as the insurance part. I'll just show you the thing on the top. I'm not going to show you what I'm going to do actually, or I could just create a new. Why do I create a new company? So let's say that the company name is Lifetime and has a package of 40,000. I'll just create it. So let's search for Lifetime. Lifetime. Here we go. Lifetime 40,000. I could edit it, check the details, or delete it. I'll just create on details. screen on edit. I could just click on delete. It doesn't really matter. So I'll just move on to the customer part. Just letting you guys know that it's taking a lot of time because the application is in debug mode, as you can see. So this is in debug mode, so it's going to take some time. All right, so oh, this is a customer. um we have all the customers, so it has name, CNIC, phone number, address, and all that thing. The address can be blank, it's up to the user, and the CNIC is a required part. I could edit it, check the details, or delete it, as you can see. So let's move on to the next main part, that is buying the car itself. So as you can see, there's a lot of bought cars over here, a lot of bought cars. There are about hundreds of bought cars by the showroom, and so the details are the model, make, mileage, year, CC, buying price, selling price, maintenance cost, uh, some overwrapping problems over here, not a big issue. Condition, imported, owner, date purchase, date sold, registered number, registration number, customer insurance tracker. So let's say that I want to edit this part, and let's go over here and see that it's all over there. I could even, I'll just not change anything over here, not yet. I'll just change things in the cell card and all that. I'll just show you the details. I could even deleted it. Okay, so the other main part is the report. So the report cannot be accessed by the admin, so I'll have to access it using my own what do I call it, finance manager. So this is my finance manager. I'll just log in, just save this as well. Okay, it did log in, but it didn't go back. Okay, so I'll just go to the report. It just downloaded. Um, so it will show me the report of Suburban Suzuki. So as you can see, all the details about the car is over here. So it's showing me the bought by, the insurance details, everything, the buying price, the maintenance, the tracker. So the purpose of this is to create a PDF part so that the client could print this and add to his folders, um, just for uh, letting the client store hard copies of his data of his cars, because the client wanted this in hard copy, and he could even sell this as a receipt to the customer. So let's move on to the selling part. So over here is all the unsold cars. I could sell this car as well. So let's just sell this car, Volkswagen. Okay, the selling price, I could change the selling price. I could change it to, let's say the customer negotiated and brought it down to zeros, like over here. It's 470,000. All right. Um. Yeah. Uh, I think, yeah, it's fine. Um. The date sold would be, um. I'll just choose 3rd May. The registration number is over here. Um. Let's select the customer name. So the customer name could be anything. So we'll just choose this customer. We'll choose this random tracker, and we'll just choose this insurance. Jubilee Insurance, right? What's the model? SRX and Volkswagen. So we are actually selling SRS and Volkswagen. So let's move on to save. So as you can see, there's no more unsold. There's no more SRS and Volkswagen over here. Nope. So let's go over here and go to SRS Volkswagen, SRX Volkswagen over here. So it's sold. So as you can see, it's in the sold cars list. So SRX Volkswagen has been sold. So the manager can sell this, the finance manager could sell this, the admin could do anything except the report part. So let's move on to the report part. So as you can see, it even has the functionality to tell who's online. So I could just go over here and see that it has a static picture of me, so I didn't make it dynamically. I was thinking to add another picture, a default picture that is static, because there is going to be many users in the system, so and not a good idea to add dynamic pictures. So we'll move on to the reporting part. This report page will have the functionality to generate monthly reports. So let's say that my car was sold in May. I want to generate all the monthly report for May. So let's click on create. Hopefully it will create, and it has downloaded. Okay, so the report for the month of May. So the total revenue is over here, the total buying cost is over here, the total maintenance is over here. Profit generated, I mean, it's a sample data, so it's not actually profit, it's actually a lot of loss, like too much loss. That's just sample. It doesn't really matter. Uh, let's just say that the profit is more than 2 lakh. I mean, hopefully. So these are all the cars sold in the month of May. Selling price, the sold date, the year, the car year. Yeah. What else? Yeah. I think that is it. And I'll just go back to the home page. So that is it. So um, we are going to submit the other requirements as per the documentation and all that. We'll try to, I'm not going to add any other voluntary things. So these mockups were, we added these sell screen mockups and buy screen mockups. As you can see, it's in purple. It means voluntary. So the plan was to not add this as first, because that we didn't had a lot of time to make this. So we actually tried to do it in sprint 2, but we actually did it in sprint 1. So I tried to make it sure it was voluntary at first, and in sprint 3 we all had this issue in making us another sprint called sprint 4, but uh, we were able to complete this in sprint 3. So we just added this voluntary part because we were actually going to add this to sprint 4. So I added the voluntary options in here. And what else? So there's nothing really here. That's it. I hope you liked the video, and thank you.